Could you imagine ruling with an iron, blood-stained lance in the cold Norse realm where shadows dance? This was the realm of Ivar the Boneless. Immerse yourself in the chilling world of the Norsemen, where the line between myth and reality blurs. Here, amidst the icy winds and somber landscapes, the saga of Ivar the Boneless unfurls. His name echoes through the ages, stirring whispers of dread and intrigue. Ivar, a leader like no other, ruled with an iron, blood-stained lance. His reign, shrouded in mystery and imbued with an eerie charm, was as enigmatic as his physical condition. The tales paint him boneless, a riddle of the body that continues to perplex historians to this day. Was it a literal condition, a metaphor, or a testament to his supernatural flexibility in battle? The answer remains elusive, shadowed in the mists of the past. His leadership style bore the brand of his dark persona. It was a strategy born of shadows and fear, a dance with destiny that turned him into a figure of dread. For Ivar, fate wasn't a destiny to be met, but a partner with which he danced his macabre waltz. He was a puppeteer, pulling the strings of his destiny, his fingers stained with the blood of those who dared cross his path. In the play of shadows, Ivar was a strategist with a heart of stone. A mastermind of manipulation and control, Ivar the Boneless was known for his cunning and calculated strategies. His mind, as mysterious as the night, was a labyrinth of complex thoughts and intricate plans, always a step ahead of his enemies. His charisma was as captivating as it was chilling. It was not a warmth that drew people in, but a cold, calculated charm that was as sharp as the biting Norse winds. It was a charisma laced with malice, a charm that was as dangerous as it was alluring. He used this charisma not to unite, but to dominate, to instill fear and obedience in those who dared to oppose him. Ivar was relentless in his pursuit of power. His strategies were not just about winning battles, but about expanding his reign, about spreading his influence far and wide. He knew that fear was a powerful tool, one that could bend even the strongest wills to his command, and so he used it without remorse, without hesitation. His conquests were not just victories, but a saga of blood overthrown. Each new territory he claimed was a testament to his ruthless efficiency, a chilling reminder of his cold, unfeeling heart. He was not just a conqueror, but a terror, a shadow that loomed over the lands he ruled, a dread that seeped into the hearts of his subjects. But it was not just his ruthless strategies that made him a formidable leader. It was his ability to adapt, to change his tactics according to the situation, that truly set him apart. Like a shadow, he was elusive, unpredictable, always shifting, always evolving. He was a strategist in the truest sense of the word, a master of the art of war. His reign expanded, sowing terror, a saga of blood overthrown. Ivar the Boneless, the strategist in shadows, the ruler with a heart of stone. His story, as chilling as the icy Norse winds, is a testament to his cunning and ruthless pursuit of power, a reminder of the darkness that can lurk within the hearts of men. Cold and severe, ruthless like winter, Ivar's cruelty whispered in every enemy's ear. In the merciless frost of his reign, Ivar the Boneless was a harsh blizzard, an unyielding tempest that chilled the marrow of his adversaries. His nature, much like winter, was cold and unforgiving. He was uncompromising, relentless and severe, his heart encased in a layer of frost that no warmth could penetrate. Ivar's path from dread to conquest was clear as the icy paths his warriors tread. He followed a chilling trajectory, a journey from the seed of fear to the fruit of conquest. His was a reign of terror, where his subjects lived in the shadow of his ruthless rule, their hearts pounding the rhythm of dread at the mere mention of his name. Yet it was this very dread that fueled his conquests, that strengthened his hold over the lands he ruled, and that established him as a force to be reckoned with. His legacy was not one of benevolence or warmth. No, Ivar's legacy was written in anguish and fear, each chapter a testament to his ruthless rule. His reign was marked by a cold disregard for mercy, his decisions guided by an icy resolve that cared naught for pleas or tears. He was a ruler who believed in the power of fear, who understood that dread could be an efficient tool in maintaining order and control. In the annals of history, Ivar the Boneless is remembered not for his physical disability, but for his ruthless rule. His story is a chilling narrative of a leader who ruled with an iron fist, who showed no mercy, and whose reign was as cold and harsh as the harshest of winters. His legacy is a stark reminder of what power, when wielded without mercy or compassion, can look like. His legacy, a chilling path from dread to conquest, written in anguish and fear. A strategist in war, Ivar's charisma masked a heartless device. This legendary Norse figure, Ivar the Boneless, was not just a warrior but a strategist who wielded his charisma as a weapon, concealing his ruthless intent behind a veneer of charm. As we delve deeper into the annals of history, we find that Ivar's victories were not merely the result of brute force or mere chance. No, they were calculated moves on a grand chessboard, each one meticulously planned and executed with a cold precision that sent chills down the spine of even the bravest warriors. His charisma served as a cloak, under which he hid his true nature. It was a tool, wielded with as much skill as his blood-stained lance. To his foes, he was a formidable adversary, his charm disarming, his strategies unfathomable. To his allies, he was a charismatic leader, his words inspiring, his victories awe-inspiring. But beneath this facade lay a heartless device, devoid of mercy, relentless in its pursuit of power and control. Each victory was a testament to his strategic prowess, a chilling sacrifice to the gods of war. He did not simply conquer territories, he claimed them, marking them with the blood of the defeated, a price paid in full for their submission to his rule. His strategies were not merely about winning battles. They were about instilling fear, about exerting control, about establishing his dominion. His victories were not celebrations of valor, but chilling reminders of his ruthless determination and insatiable hunger for power. Every conquest, every territory won, was a piece in his grand design. They were not just lands and people under his rule, but symbols of his power, testimonies to his strategic genius, and chilling reminders of the blood-stained price paid for defiance. Ivar the Boneless, the strategist in the shadows, was not just a warrior king. He was a master of manipulation, his charisma a mask that hid his ruthless heart, his victories a declaration of his cold, calculated might. His victories a chilling sacrifice, territories won with a blood-stained price. Ivar's tale, though shrouded in dark folklore, serves as a stark reminder of the depths to which ambition can plunge the human heart, transforming it into a heartless device in the relentless pursuit of power. In legends woven, Ivar is a figure of the night, his presence a blight in tales and fears. History looks upon Ivar the Boneless, not as a man but as a spectre, an apparition that looms heavy in the darkest corners of the past. Ivar's narrative is not one of heroism or honor, but one steeped in the chilling hues of a moonless night. His tale is a shadowy tapestry, interwoven with threads of dread, each strand a chilling testament to his ruthless reign. A king who ruled with an iron fist, his name alone was enough to strike fear into the hearts of those who dared cross his path. His legacy, etched in the annals of time, is a chilling saga of might, manipulation, and merciless ambition. The figure of Ivar is a silhouette, a dark outline against the backdrop of history. His presence, a chilling gust that sweeps through the centuries, a haunting echo that reverberates through the annals of time. Ivar was not just a man, he was an enigma, a riddle wrapped in the cloak of the night. His very existence was a harbinger of fear, his rule, a reign of terror that left a trail of blood in its wake. In the great theatre of history, Ivar takes center stage, not as a hero, but as a villain, a figure shrouded in mystery and fear. His saga is a tale of power and conquest, a narrative punctuated by the chilling echoes of his ruthless rule. With every victory, every territory conquered, Ivar etched his name deeper into the annals of history, his legacy a chilling testament to his ruthless ambition. The story of Ivar is a tale of darkness, a narrative shrouded in the chilling hues of the night. It's a story that unfolds in the shadows, a saga that thrives in the realm of fear and dread. Ivar's tale is one of power and conquest, a narrative punctuated by the chilling echoes of his ruthless rule. In Ivar's story, darkness prevails over light, a figure of the night in tales and fears. His legacy, a chilling saga of power and conquest, is a haunting testament to the man he was, a figure of the night, forever etched in the annals of history. Ivar the Boneless, a name that still sends chills down the spine, a figure that still haunts the annals of time. Rooted in Norse dark, Ivar's ambition soared, carving a legacy in battles unexplored. As we delve deeper into the ruthless legacy of Ivar the Boneless, we uncover tales of battles that remain shrouded in mystery, unexplored, and often overlooked. These forgotten conflicts, however, played a pivotal role in shaping Ivar's reign and his ruthless reputation. Ivar's battles weren't merely physical confrontations, they were psychological warfare, a chess game where he played both the king and the pawn. He was a master manipulator, his strategies as elusive as the Northern Lights. Each victory, each conquered territory, added another piece to the mosaic of his legacy, a legacy written not in ink, but in blood and iron. His deeds, however, were not merely confined to the battlefield. They echoed through the halls of Viking lore, whispered from generation to generation. These sagas and whispers became the lifeblood of his legend, amplifying his deeds, magnifying his ruthlessness. They painted a picture of a leader who was as feared as he was respected, a man whose ambition knew no bounds, a ruler whose cruelty was surpassed only by his cunning. These tales served a dual purpose. On one hand, they immortalized Ivar, transforming him from a mere mortal into a figure of myth and legend. On the other hand, they served as a warning, a chilling reminder of the price of defiance, the cost of crossing the Boneless One. His deeds, his battles, his victories, they all contributed to the ruthless legacy that Ivar left behind. A legacy that lives on, not just in the sagas and whispers, but in the very fabric of Norse culture. His name became synonymous with ruthlessness and cunning, his actions a testament to his relentless pursuit of power. Yet despite his ruthless reputation, Ivar was not a figure of blind ambition. His actions were calculated, his strategies well thought out. His ruthlessness was not mindless violence. It was a means to an end, a tool to achieve his ultimate goal: power. Ivar, the ruthless, forever roared, his deeds stored in sagas and whispers. As we unravel the threads of his legacy, we come to understand the true nature of Ivar the Boneless, a ruler who was as ruthless as he was cunning, as feared as he was respected. A man who, even in death, continues to cast a long, dark shadow over the annals of Viking history. In tales and darkness, the Boneless One creeps, his legend leaping in culture's shadow. A spectre of a bygone era, Ivar the Boneless continues to echo through the halls of history, a chilling reminder of a time when his name instilled fear in the hearts of many. In the pages of sagas and annals, his essence is captured, yet his true nature remains elusive. Like the mist that blankets the cold Norse landscape, a certain obscurity shrouds Ivar's tale. It seeps into every crevice, every corner, whispering of a man who, despite his physical limitations, rose to become a feared Viking leader. His story, his legacy, is one that is enigmatic and complex. It is a saga that is intertwined with the fabric of Norse culture, a narrative that has shaped the collective memory of a people and a time. It is a tale of conquest, of cunning, and of a relentless pursuit of power. Ivar's reign was marked by an insatiable thirst for expansion, a hunger that drove him to the farthest corners of the known world. He was a force of nature, a storm that swept across lands, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. Yet he was also a paradox, a man of mystery, a boneless ruler who commanded with an iron fist. His story is one that invites speculation, that beckons us to delve deeper, to sift through the layers of myth and conjecture. It is a tale that is steeped in darkness, in the shadows of a time that was defined by blood and battle. It is a narrative that is punctuated by moments of cruelty and cunning, of strategic brilliance and ruthless determination. And as we traverse the annals of history, as we journey through the tales of yore, we find ourselves drawn into the enigmatic saga of Ivar the Boneless. His legend, like the creeping mist, permeates our understanding of the Viking era, coloring our perception with hues of awe and dread. His enigmatic saga, a mystery that keeps, the Boneless One creeps in tales and darkness. As we delve deeper into the shadows, we find ourselves entranced by the chilling tale of Ivar, the Boneless One, the Viking leader who etched his name in the annals of time with a blood-stained lance. Through veils of diplomacy a serpent hides, expanding realms with deceptive tides. Such was the cunning of Ivar the Boneless, a ruler whose strategy was as potent as his sword. His power did not only reside in brute force, but in the shadowy corridors of manipulation. Ivar was a master of the political game, wielding words as deftly as he wielded weapons. His diplomacy was a cloak, a veil under which he operated, concealing his true intentions. But behind this facade was not a benevolent ruler, but a serpent, ready to strike at any moment. His dominion grew, not just through blood and battle, but through alliances and deceit. He knew the value of a well-placed word, the power of a promise, whether kept or broken. He understood that control was not only exerted on the battlefield, but also in the minds of his subjects and enemies alike. This was his realm, a kingdom of shadows and whispers, where fear was the currency and dread the decree. Within the Viking halls, his influence was ever present. His presence, though often unseen, was always felt. It was a lingering darkness, a constant reminder of the power he held. It was in this darkness that Ivar's true nature resided. His rule was not one of peace, but one of terror. His subjects lived in a state of constant apprehension, never knowing when the serpent might strike. It was a reign of fear, a reign of control. In the chill of the Norse halls, under the watchful gaze of their boneless king, they lived not in peace, but in the shadow of his tyranny. Under Ivar's rule, dread abides. It permeates every corner of his kingdom, wraps around every heart like a cold chain. It is a constant companion, an ever-present spectre. For in the end, Ivar the Boneless was not just a warrior, a king, or a strategist. He was a serpent, slithering through the veils of diplomacy, hidden in plain sight, ready to strike at a moment's notice. Under Ivar's rule, dread abides, a serpent hiding through veils of diplomacy. In an era of blood, under a darkened sky, Ivar's military prowess was a chilling cry. Picture a time steeped in violence and fear, where the sun seemed to shy away from the horrors unfolding beneath it. This was the world that Ivar the Boneless, a Viking leader of unparalleled cunning and ruthlessness, held in his iron grip. He was a general whose strategies were as cold and merciless as the wind sweeping across the icy Norse landscape. Ivar's military prowess was not just about physical strength. His real power lay in his ability to strategize, to manipulate, and to instill fear. He was a puppet master, pulling on the strings of his enemies and bending them to his will. He was a storm, unpredictable and destructive, leaving a trail of blood and terror in his wake. His reign was not just a series of battles won, but a story of power where mercy was a forgotten word, an alien concept. His victories were not celebrations of glory and honor, but somber reminders of the price paid in blood and lives. The tapestry of history, woven with the threads of countless lives and events, is stained with the colors of Ivar's brutal rule. Yet, despite the bloodshed and cruelty, there is a certain grim fascination that surrounds Ivar. His story is a testament to the raw, unbridled power that humans can wield when they cast aside all notions of compassion and humanity. It is a stark reminder of the depths to which we can sink in our quest for power. And so Ivar's legacy endures, not as a beacon of inspiration, but as a chilling tale of what happens when power is wielded without mercy. His name echoes through the corridors of time, a ghostly whisper of a man who was as much a monster as he was a leader. A story of power, where mercy dies, under a darkened sky in an era of blood. His story is not one of heroism or honor, but a stark portrayal of the human capacity for cruelty. It is a tale that continues to chill us to the bone, reminding us of the darkness that can lurk in the hearts of men. In an era of blood, under a raven's flight, with sword and scheme, Ivar claimed his right. As we delve into the final chapter of Ivar's saga, we find ourselves in the twilight of his reign, an epoch defined by bloodshed and conquest, with Ivar at its helm, steering the course of history with a ruthless determination. Ivar's age, much like a shadow's light, was a paradox. It was the time of darkness, yet it was the light that revealed his true character. It was an era of terror and dread, yet it was the time that bore witness to Ivar's undying ambition and cunning. His reign, though marred by blood and fear, was also a testament to his strategic genius and relentless drive. His rule was not merely an era, it was a spectacle of power, of invincibility, and of a relentless pursuit of supremacy. Ivar was not just a king, he was a phenomenon, a force that swept through the Norse realm, leaving a trail of destruction and conquest in his wake. He was a storm that raged, a tempest that devastated, and a ruler who dominated. In the annals of history, Ivar stands as a fearsome sight. His name is etched in the pages of time, not just as a ruler, but as a symbol of power, of ruthlessness, of terror. His legacy is not one of peace and prosperity, but of war and conquest. Yet, beneath the veneer of brutality lies a leader who understood the art of war, the game of power, and the dance of destiny. His story is a dark tapestry woven with threads of ambition, cunning, and resilience. Each thread a testament to his indomitable spirit, his unyielding resolve, his unquenchable thirst for power. Each thread a reminder of the fearsome sight that was Ivar the Boneless. As we close the chapter on Ivar's reign, we leave you with this thought. Ivar was not just a man, he was an era of blood, of conquest, of relentless ambition. An era that bore witness to one of the most fearsome sights in the annals of history. Ivar's age, a shadow's light, in history's pages, a fearsome sight.